Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And guys, I have a question for you all. I've been thinking, and one of the things I came up with is to every single day in these news videos just put a little bit of a fun fact about XRP. Just a little 1 minute section of a cool fact that you might have not known about Xrpl, the XP Ledger. Let me know down below what your thoughts are about that. So before we get into the news, our fact of today is about cross-currency payments. Why this one? Well, because I thought it was pretty interesting. There's two main types of payment types that people usually talk about: direct XP payments, just you sending XP to somebody else, and cross-currency payments. In the Xrp ledger, you can send cross-currency payments that exchange one or more issued currencies, XRP or both. And what you need for this, well, it differs a little bit. And by definition, a cross-currency payment involves at least two currencies, logically, which means that at least one of these has to be a non-XRP issued currency. Typically, this means using one or more currencies issued by an Xrp ledger gateway. Might do a separate little fact session about that one, but long story short, gateways are the businesses that link the XRP ledger to the rest of the world. You can most likely already fetch it from that, right? It's just the real world, basically. And such currencies are backed by funds outside of the XRP ledger, not inherently inside, and can be withdrawn through the gateway. Issued currencies, again, on top of the XRP ledger, not outside, can also be digital tokens that are only issued within the Xrp ledger, with no outside real backing. Of course, the parties involved must be willing to send or receive those tokens and treat them as something of value, which basically means it's always possible, but the other side has to also value them, otherwise it has no real purpose. If you send them something but they don't value it, you kind of have nothing. And there must be at least one path. So from one side to the other side, there must be a way to kind of link them together. So let's say, theoretically speaking, you had $1 and you had a Mexican peso. If there were no connection between those two, at least one way, shape, or form, you couldn't get it done, right? If there's just nobody able to make that transaction, or if in theory there's no XRP to USD and XP to Mexican peso, there's no way to link those two things together, and so this could not work. And that's actually bringing me to the auto bridging point, which basically talks about the fact that cross-currency payments that exchange two issued currencies automatically use XRP when it decreases the cost of the payment by connecting order books to deepen the pool of the available liquidity. For example, if you wanted to send a payment from US dollar to Mexican peso, it automatically converts US dollar to XRP, and then the XRP to Mexican peso if doing so is cheaper than converting it directly. But that's actually pretty fun in the sense that it's actually possible to send directly if that were to be cheaper, which I don't think would happen that often. But it's about the idea that it's possible, which I find pretty cool. All right, I'm not sure how long these are usually going to take, and please give me some feedback on the facts. I mean, maybe I just have to make dedicated videos on some fun facts and some fun things. Maybe I have to do it in a different fashion or a different way. Let me know down below. It's just something I'm trying here for a little bit, and I want you guys' opinion. All right, then in terms of news, crypto trader tells why he dumped Bitcoin at $59,000. Please, please, please. This is so funny to me. There's actually quite a lot of people who show me these types of articles every here and there. Let me tell you guys two things. One, if a person says that he sold at a certain level, it doesn't mean he's actually speaking the truth. And second of all, he could be lucky. Make sure you understand those two things. Why? Well, there's a ton of people who just claim miscellaneous stuff without any backing, and there's also a lot of people who just try some stuff, got lucky, and are going to try milk that to the core. Make sure you watch this video on my second channel. It is called 5 Minute Crypto, and here it says, right, the title, must watch. This is amazing for Bitcoin/crypto. It's just been proven Bitcoin can never be stopped. Why? Well, in long story short, China has now proven that whatever happens to Bitcoin, whatever regulations come in, it can never really go to zero again. There will always be this demand, and there will always be a fix. Bitcoin is a system that will fix itself in due time, every single time again. It's been proven, and it's also logically just, it just works. There's really no other way around it. And from that perspective, somebody flexing on how he made a short-term trade is the same person as, or the same thing as somebody saying why he bought Bitcoin at, for example, 13,000. Okay, I mean, cool that you did that, but I guess it was kind of lucky. To me, all these people saying that they knew that this was going to happen, they're definitely not completely honest with you. Some of these guys are very good traders, so they might have more good shots, but the majority of these people sold their Bitcoin and tried to buy back cheaper, or sold their Bitcoin because they'd rather have euros or dollars, not necessarily to buy back cheaper. A lot of these guys are not having enough faith, for example, to actually, for example, take a trade with leverage. Now, one thing we do on the channel here every so often is trade on Bybit, because you can trade on there with leverage. The link is down below. There's a couple of $100 worth of bonuses all the time, so go check it out. The link is down below. And one of the things we do as well, and I've told you guys this before, is sometimes, quote unquote, bet that the price goes down. Or we basically put our money with leverage, shorting something or longing something. And that's because we are at that point convinced that the price is going to go down or the price is going to go up. If you just sell some crypto with no leverage, to be honest with you, it kind of feels like the easy way out. Sometimes you might be right, but mostly speaking, it's just kind of a bet, right? And even one guy in the live stream earlier today asked me, if some people know that a certain crypto will get to one point, why do they sell it to buy back cheaper? I'm going to quickly say, guys, even though I might think, for example, that Xrpl can go to $100, $20, pick something, that doesn't mean I can never sell the crypto. My personal approach is to never sell because I don't think it's worth the risk. But I can still see quite a lot of people who would prefer to take this quote-unquote risk because they can, for example, short Xrpl right now, take the wave all the way from $2 to 60 cents or 50 cents even, and then ride the wave back upwards. To be honest with you, I would say that's the best way to go about things if you know how. And if you're, again, the type of person who analyzes it that way and thinks it's going to happen. However, for most of us, it's like if you just don't want to take any risk, you just hold on through. And so from this perspective as well, I just don't think it's worth the risk to sell and buy back cheaper. But some people think so, and some people would rather just sell and be sure about it. Did I read the story? No. Do I care about his story? Absolutely freaking not. Will not waste my time to see this, but what I'm kind of scrolling to it now a little bit, it says here is a penny stocks trader, and I'm also seeing a guy talk about it, but who cares about this? Be honest with yourself. Why do you care about when he sold or why he sold? There's thousands of people who most likely sold at the exact same time. It's just another trader. It's just another person. You might like the facts he's given as to why he dumped, but then again, every single dump is different, so whatever he points towards you, if he doesn't have a track record of being right so freaking often that it scares me, then I don't want to see it. All right, Brad Garlinghouse put up Ash Go Blue, or another person working at Ripple, Xrpl, posted or lays out our vision for RippleNet to serve enterprises in an increasingly tokenized world. We're building the future of crypto-enabled financial services one block at a time. Quote, to build this future, we're evolving RippleNet to provide more than just crypto-enabled instant cross-border payments. It's about being the bridge between a growing world of tokenized services and traditional enterprises that want to enter the space. More to come. Yeah, and finally, Brad Garlinghouse is back on Twitter after a little while. He didn't post as much over the last couple of weeks here, most likely due to the SEC lawsuit, but they're basically tagging here a Ripple article from earlier, which we covered. And the main focus of all of that is the fact that, first of all, foreign exchange, cross-border payments, they never sleep. And also the fact that this world keeps increasing in terms of their cryptocurrency adoption. And the fact that Ripple will play a really big role in that. At least that's kind of my view on all of this. Then why this is crucial to the XRP's trajectory over the coming days. Not true. Whatever channel you can point towards me, and that's exactly what they're doing here, is not necessarily crucial for XRP. It really isn't. Crucial levels are 50 cents and potentially 75 heavy psychological barriers. Anything else that they're putting here is not necessarily that crucial because tomorrow, this little, I guess, we can call it a triangle, channel, triangle, whatever, is just going to change downwards a little bit upwards, theoretically speaking. It's just going to kind of shift around there until the pattern is broken of a low, high, low, depending. No. It's actually low, high, and a new low, new high. Until that pattern is broken, all of this means nothing to me. Until we see either continuation of the pattern, so basically a new higher high than this high that we formed, our first one, No, I guess it's our second one, all right? We got a low, a high, another new or higher low, a new or higher high, so it's our second high. If we don't get a third higher high, yeah. And in terms of fear and greed, actually, if you look at the Twitter, I'm going to say extremely fearful. If you look at the actual numbers in this index, though, which measures a couple of different things, not going to say it's actually too bad. It's actually pretty okay. Doing pretty good. Not going to lie to you. It's doing, it's looking pretty juicy. This article has been deleted, I see. Oh, too bad. Yeah, so what happened actually, my computer decided to freeze, so I had to restart it. And sometimes these articles on these sketchy ass websites get deleted. That's what we've seen now as well. And then if I refresh the page, it doesn't show up anymore. It shows you to the home page. At least that's what I'm assuming has happened. Yeah, they deleted it. All right, too bad. Prediction, is Chainlink a good price in July 2021? I think actually as time moves on here, guys, the last couple of days have actually been extremely bullish for crypto. I mean, it's finally starting to get a little bit of a push again, and even some of the guys in my Telegram DMs are also telling me, things are finally starting to look good. Even though in terms of percentages might not look that amazing, I've seen the faith and enthusiasm changed quite significantly over the last couple of days. Really, I have. Is the narrative still quite negative? Well, yeah, but I've still seen a rather big change. Might sound strange to you, but that's what it is. It's still quite negative, but it's a lot more positive than we saw it before. For Xrpl, though, that scenario doesn't really line up. For Xrpl, it's still extremely negative, but for Bitcoin and Ethereum and all those, yeah, there's a lot of excitement. Same thing for altcoins. It's been pretty cool. And last but not least, we had David Schwartz. I'm not exactly sure what this was anymore. Oh, we actually already covered this one. It basically was about whatever Ripple would want, they couldn't actually do on top of the XRP ledger. And if the XRP community wants something, they could, and Ripple could not stop it. That's basically what it is about, because it's a public blockchain, and that's exactly how it works. It's democratic in essence, and pretty cool. All right, that was it for today's video, by the way. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Well, at least if you want to. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video, most likely later today or tomorrow. Who knows?